James Banks. Yes, indeed. It's how we found ourselves here. I mean, of course, they lost to NRG and NIP, and that's, I mean, if you just look at it in the vacuum, it's like, oh, that's not a big deal. But if you look at the string of the results, and as they are described on the desk, the expectation behind the team, this is it's not where they should be, James, in the 0-2 pool against Panda. But surely they should win this one.
Yeah, I don't know if they've ever been where they should be, as far as the brand of North is concerned. But we'll see if they can have a better showing on Train today. As I said, they had a better showing against Ninjas in Pyjamas on Train at the very least. But again, this is disappointment is unacceptable at this point for North, which is essentially what the desk alluded to as well. Sorry about that. Just kind of headbutted the table. Panda are going to be starting on the CT side. Again, Panda are the underdogs. I think it's really important that they get to start on that CT side here on Train. So they're in the best position to do the best that they can. We almost saw an upset with Pain Gaming versus Team Spirit. So nothing is outside the realm of possibility. Some grenades going towards the A site. 3 players for North. Going past the showers at the moment. Kiabi dancing, trying to invite a shot. Doesn't mind if it gets shot in the toe. Tibby's alone towards B at present. Panda with 4 players. 2 round Ivy, 2 round Connector. IIR is on a rotation. Arcadian looks to show some presence towards B. You can see the shadow of Tibby. Even if you're on top of the train, up the ladder, if the T player has got their shadows maximum, then they'll see your shadow if you're on the edge of the train. So something to be aware of.
It's a slow start here, these two teams, but there we go. North decide to push the big red button, push into the bomb site, and as we can see, HZ doing some good damage over the top with the boost, and that bomb is not going to be planted anytime soon here. Kirby and AZ with all to do. There's CT surrounding them, and with better positions and better shots, it would appear that Panda have not only won the round, but they've denied the bomb plant, which is amazing. That's always what you want to be able to do if you possibly can, and with a team like North, it's going to really allow Panda to be pretty safe in this next round. They're not going to have to worry about any kind of forced by shenanigans where lots of nades are going to come in, maybe Deagles and CZs and just the madness. Instead, they get to just sit and rest on their laurels for one round, make some money with the MP9s, and that always feels good.
I wonder if HZ is supposed to be Hertz.
I wonder too.
I'm going to say HZ.
And maybe Ayaya. It could be Ayaya, James, though. I don't know if that...
Yeah, but there's that song. Ayaya. Yeah, it's like a Jamaican song. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Ayaya. I'm going to go with that. This makes me think of that song. I'm not going to sing it, though. Not again, anyway. Well, there's some damage being done, but Ivy's still in control of Panda Gaming. That's going to make it difficult for the bomb to get planted here on the A side. You've got to be careful with those grenades, especially when you're so low. He can't take a bullet bottle. Got to keep his MP9 out. Valde knows where he is. Now the wide peak won't be enough. There will be no plant. 2 players taken out. Not terribly concerning for Panda. They are 2-0 at the moment. Savage could drop an AWP for a teammate. Got 5,600. Would be a good way to start, I think. On the CT side of Train. Start as you mean to go on. But no, it will be the M4A1 on Ayaya. He will be helmetless. Everybody else has a helmet. Doesn't really matter too much unless a Glock comes up because North are wielding AKs.
Now you've made that song I've never heard before. It's stuck in my head now.
Brilliant. You
bastard. Well, get the aggressive smoke there from Savage on Ivy. Create some pressure. Just slow things down. And Kirby, well, he doesn't really care. In fact, none of North really care. They're just pushing in through T-Main and Pop Dog. And lots of work for HZ to do now. Get shot in the side of the face by Gade, and Savage will find his way around the side. Speaking of ambushes, this is beautiful. How was he allowed to pick up 2 with the MP9 from the back? That is a problem, finding the one hole in the defense, and now Tibby's in a position to perhaps steal this one away. North, they started off well, but can they finish well here? Both low. Tibby has a nice selection of utility here, and you can see AZ and Kirby using the time that they have to try to make life complicated, to maybe force a mistake from Tibby, but is he going to find an ideal position here as he starts to wrap around the back lines? If AZ starts to move forwards as he is, oh my god, the timing works out. Oh no, James, this could be happening. Tibby, oh, he's got the perfect nade as well. Kirby, oh, somehow evades that one.
He's rotating around to connector. Brilliant stuff. He knows the bomb. Well, I think he knows the bomb still needs to be collected. Just as he looked away, I believe he would have seen Kiabi at least on his radar. And now Kiabi is running his own clock down. Maybe expecting the lesser experienced player to make a mistake. with the time that's passed, Kiabi knows what's possible, but again, he still needs to go and collect the bomb now by the E-box position. 18 seconds on the clock. Now, if he hears the beeps, does Tibi make a play to stop the bomb from being planted? Kiabi, 10 seconds. Seems some indecision here. Okay, going towards the B bomb site, but is he going to have time to plant it anyway? He may have had a half a second window whether he was going to plant it or not, but it will not be the case. Close, but not quite. Panda will buy up now. Savage on almost $9,000. I want to see an AWP. That's what I want to see. Although, I mean, if your opponent is on eco, then you could pick out an SMG for this round and pick it up next time. Things can get awkward if you're in the wrong position, but they will pick up the AWP.
What a hero run from Savage. Just with that MP9. Hero run. Yeah, with that HE. Some pre-nades there for Team Main in case there was a rush. Obviously, in a round like this, you can expect such shenanigans to be something that can occur from time to time. And they've got some forward positions as well. Now, North looking to burst at the lower bomb site, always a good choice. There's such a short distance between the upper position and the bomb plant, so that's one of the reasons why you do it. If you're able to get through the choke points quickly, then you can often just guarantee a bomb plant. Even if you can't hold it, you get that extra money. And there it is, a charge down, and well, they will be at the mercy of Tibi with that spray. Do they get the bomb down? Mission accomplished.
Can they do any damage? Kiabi in a rough spot. Tibi need not peek again. 4 HP. Turn the corner. Numbers game will prevail. And there is 4-0 for Panda. No one dead, which is great. Bomb plant won't be too much of a concern for them. It is about map control. It's about holding the choke points. They've got all the tools to do that. They didn't use many grenades even in that round, so it really was a case of minimal financial loss for Panda Gaming.
Oh, no belief. Come on, I reckon that should be way less favourable for North on the bets. I was just about to say I can't wait to see the bets, because there's got to be some people that just they don't believe in North's success.
5, that's juicy. It's juicy. I would take a punt because Panda are on the CT side. They've started well, 4-0. They've got some money in the bank. I wouldn't say they're not like 10k. That would be a lot better, but I would be invited. I'd be tempted.
We've only seen one proper buy round from North so far, and it got exploderized by Panda. And well, that's a good start. Savage was a problem in the previous buy round of North, but he's been eliminated. So now we have the 4 versus 5 for Panda, and it's a precarious position, you know, with the classic 1-3 split between the B and the A bomb site for Panda. If you're North and you get that pick with so much time, that's something you can kind of count on. So lots of different ways to play it, and it's hard to really misplay it if you consider now that Panda, with over 1 minute left, have very little utility. An MP9 on HZ. He is playing close by Pop Dog, and he could get some value from this. We'll have to see how well North can deal with this position. In fact, they're going to go inner, and it kind of plays into what I was talking about before, where this is the expected CT rotation. 1 on the B side, 3 on the A side. Can Tibi hold? Absolutely not.
That should be the round, I think, at this point. They don't have any position on the B bomb site. Watching the radar for Panda, their bottle was very close to A main, and they had some flashbangs in that direction. And I want to say it was IIR who was... Or I think there was someone else who was near E-box, right? But I think when you're 4 versus 5, they were so close. They had some flashbangs there. I think I don't know if they maybe tried to flash into main and there was a team flash, which is why I didn't push in or something. But I think it would have been nice for them to take some forward map control towards A to try and figure out should we be going towards A or towards B. But they played a entirely reactive game in the 4 versus 5, and I don't think that was a good look for them. To be on B from start to finish on his own. He had some good trigger discipline though. He was flashed early from the low ramp position, but he didn't throw his Molotov straight away. Pretty confident, and that bodes well going forward. I think what's interesting for this kind of matchup is, especially with some of the Asian teams, is that they can be quite unorthodox on their T sides. I think Train, it might be more difficult to do the kind of madness that we've seen from, say, Tyloo and Inferno, where it might be hard for North to predict, and they may react to what they expect from, say, a European team or a North American team. And that might not be what Panda will offer on their T side, and that can bring out an interesting situation, potentially a map upset at least for Panda.
Yeah, the T side is an interesting one. There are certain maps, though, like let's say in Inferno, where it kind of doesn't matter what region you play in. The T side should really look the same. At least the fundamentals should look absolutely the same. Either way, that's another discussion for another time. HZ is going to take one to the face. The Krieg delivering. AZ on the ladder. Taking a couple bullets. And he will fall back. So again, they've got a 5 versus 4. And so if you know, from a theory perspective, if you're looking at Counter-Strike, as a T side, if you get a pick, you have to know what to do next. And as a team, you know, most teams will have certain tendencies and ways that they would want to call such scenarios. But you know, you have that 5 versus 4. You've got a distinct advantage on the numbers. And when you attack a bomb site, you're often going to be against 2, at most 3 players after getting that pick. So you have a coordinated attack. It's often going to play out fairly well with you if the coordination's good. And they will try to get themselves into the A bomb site. Savage takes a forward position. That was surely a must-hit shot, though, to try to survive this push. Does take a nice shot onto Sandwich, but it's really down to the rest of the defense now. Way too exposed. That might be it, really.
It might not be, because Tibby's in the pop dog position. There's a smoke up at the moment, but the bomb needs to get planted. Gay does have an angle on it now. That was really important to stop the bomb from being planted, but sorry, to stop it from being taken out. It has been planted, and there is the last frag. And that's going to sap a lot of the money away from Panda Gaming. 3 of the players cannot buy in this situation. So again, once North get that initial pick, they do seem to be converting in these rounds, which is important going forward.
Yeah, it's an interesting one though, because if, as we can see here, North they're playing their advantages correctly, and Panda are not so far having much luck against dealing with those situations. One of the reasons why, you know, you see in top level Counter-Strike, you see the CTs when they go down a player, they get aggressive somewhere. It's because they know that... Oh, hello! Oh my god, the Daze actually missed there. That was a big opportunity to take down Cadian, but looks like North will barrel into the bomb site. But just to finish the point very quickly, at the top level opposition will always try to keep you on your toes. They know what you want to do. They know how you play in a perfect world, that in a 5 versus 4. So they try to play against the expectation and try to disrupt what you're doing before it happens. And so if we get to see some of that from Panda, that's going to really instill some confidence in me, James, that they'll be ready to try to take this map against North as the heavy underdogs.
Oh dear. Teammate just fell down to the floor. Face down as well.
Why don't we see
more
more
bacteria over there?
Why don't we see more tasers, James?
Yeah, I think
you just forget about it.
Yeah, I still to this day I don't know how, because I just type. I don't have buy-binds, but I type all my stuff just like, you know, back in the day when we had a text-only menu.
No.
I don't know how to buy as used. However, so I have to like click as an old man click through it. But there's plenty of value to take money away in particular spots on pretty much, well, most maps. I won't say every because I haven't mastered it yet. But I have started to pick it up on Mirage, for example.
Yeah.
On a CT side.
It's very cheap.
Yeah, yeah. You don't really get much for it, but
spin the wheel, James.
I say you don't get much for it, but I mean, in a lot of cases, you might pick up a rifle or an SMG, but more importantly, just costs your opponent a good $4,000.
$4,000.
Well,
then. This is a telling round, I think, for Panda.
I would like to see Savage playing different positions. He was picked by Cadian in the first round AWP versus AWP. He is towards Ivy, sorry. He is in that region again. Now from that Ivy position, you can peek towards main as well. Device is a good man to look at demos of doing that. But if he's in the same position every time, I think they may try to exploit him if they feel like they are better at Ivy on the T side than he is on the CT side.
Bish bash bosh, flashbangs, Molotov, smokes, all the works. Try to bust into this A-bomb site. Splitting through IB and Pop Dog are North, and actually not a bad start here. You can see that Panda controlling the flow of players incredibly well. In fact, North can't really even do any damage. That was very surprising. It's, I got to say, the IV split is difficult if you can't somehow pull attention away from Ivy. And so we kind of saw that the Pop Dog players got locked down. So everyone was looking at the Ivy players. Yeah,
but also they left the bomb in main. I mean, they took those positions pretty early. Maybe it was an opportunist thing going up Ivy and they weren't expecting to do that and maybe have somebody go back for the bomb. Didn't really matter anyway because they all got wiped out. That is exactly the kind of round that Panda needed. They lost nobody, win by elimination. They get a second AWP out of it as well, so that is going to help them a little bit. Now we've got the early Molotov. Oh, didn't feel like going for the peak. He was almost on for the shot. You'll never know, though. Everybody's still alive for now. North showing great presence towards B really quickly. And after their fast round up Ivy, that may cause Panda to throw more utility early than they otherwise might.
Yeah, they've thrown a lot of utility. They have only 3 smokes left, 1 Molotov left, incendiary left. Another smoke being deployed. Only 2 flashbangs. Pretty much all the utility is exhausted here for Panda very early on. And yeah, indeed, that was a really big chance for Ayaya. It's a shame that he didn't decide to go, couldn't just commit. It seemed like there was hesitation, so he just pulled out. I think that's often better if there is doubt or hesitation, don't go for it, because if you go for quick peaks like that, you have to just be laser focused. Otherwise, it goes disastrously wrong oftentimes. But interesting setup here. We can see from Panda, they've got, of course, Tibi close upper, and for a moment they had Ayaya also on the upper walkway. Now he's rotated towards the connector position to have a better rotation time towards A, but really forward defense. And in fact, Panda looking pretty good at the start of this round.
Yeah, the bombs needs to be picked up by KD, and there's not enough time really, so he may have wanted to go and trade with his teammate, but again, the bomb's got to get collected. HZ is still in that pop dog area. He can hear these players running back towards their main position. Oh, nice play from KD, great timing, much needed. But the rotation's already on for Panda. Tibi staying on the B bomb site. Bomb's been dropped. Gabe's got to collect it and try and plant it. With only 10 seconds, maybe it's about damage limitation. Valde hiding in plain sight. 2850 in the bank for him. Only 1 player lost in 2 rounds for Panda. So again, they're just really starting to build that money. Really important for them. Made a little bit more expensive. 6k taken away late.
And that damage does go a long way. After all the nades and everything, you know, it's a really expensive buy on train. You know, it's hard to really get away without the max buy. And all those nades, incendiaries, you know, $600. It's so expensive, you know, to get everything. Diffuse kits, another $400. Just like an incendiary and a diffuse kit's $1,000, James. That's extreme. So we'll see a tactical timeout here from North, and they definitely need it because you feel like they started that round off pretty well. And there's a world where it actually would have started off pretty poorly. Like, imagine if Ayaya is just, you know, very committed to that push, that peak. I think he gets a kill and gets away, honestly. It didn't look like North were prepared for it, even though it's not too uncommon of a push. However, he didn't get that kill, but North exhausted all the utility. But Panda were playing proactively. They were playing really far up towards Popdog and T-Main on the A yard. They understood there's not really anything going on that Ivy, and they also had a good defense around B, and they just hit the shots. North had the utility advantage, so that is not the best prospect for North. I'm curious how they will try to bounce back here.
Ooh, pays off for Cadian. I think he'll have a nice time of things. I think stylistically, including region, this is a good matchup for him. He'll get away with certain things that might not be so plausible versus a European team. Being picked now. Still recoverable for Panda. Ayaya moving towards that IV position. It's minute 13, so there's good time for North to look for a bomb plant on this occasion. Kiabi, I think, will have these angles. Oh, that's a lovely shot. I thought he might have missed it. But indeed, Kiabi still making his way to the site. Ivy's been smoked off now, and Valde is close to that smoke, so the bomb can get planted.
Yeah, the smoke is actually not too much of a problem. You can see that Ayaya is actually going for the massive rotation all the way around the back, and he's got to be ready for the fact that you got Kiabi looking for this. I don't know that he's going to expect Kiabi to be so far forwards and anticipating this. Ooh, down to 1 HP, so there's maybe he's got 1 HP. There's surely no way. Trying to go for it with the wall bangs there, not happening. We'll try to book it out of there with the AWP, surely. Oh, he goes for the peek! Actually takes down Kiabi. That's very cheeky stuff, but of course the round will go to North. Has to avoid dying to the bomb, so he definitely needs to go towards T-spawn. And, well, I mean, North win a round, but they lost 4 players. So that's a really good opportunity for North. Sorry, for Panda to get some damage in there to force a full rebuy.
I think if both teams survive with 1 player and the T side win, it much favours the T side. Panda have money issues now, so it's definitely there's more for focus on the CT economy. I don't even know if they'll be able to get a full buy out of this round. So let's see what they leave with. Okay, they've managed to eke out a bunch of rifles and so on, so it's a good buy for both squads. But one of these teams is going to be in a worse situation after this round. 3 players from Panda towards the B bomb site on this occasion. 3 towards Ivy once more for North. See how Savage can deal with it. He's got a smoke and an orb, and again, he's just not expecting that. It's not the first time that we have seen North move up very quickly, so that is an absolute liberty being taken by North as they move into the A site.
Yeah, as you say, the money's really wrecked here. They've got to get something out of this orb, but it's going down straight away. And Bottle will creep in, take down Gaze. It's not all too free, though. Lots of damage being done here. Tibby's way too low. Just get a quick peek and a kill, but North have overpowered them here, and it looks like this is the point where North are going to start taking over this half. And Stippy's he's dead, isn't he? Very dead. Can't be more dead than that. That is the max dead, James. 445?
446 or 448. It's one of those two. As in, it's both of them. Sometimes it's 446, sometimes it's 448. I don't know why. It changes by 2 HP, but it does.
It's important.
It's the marginal damage fall off when you shoot somebody in the head of an AWP, maybe. So Panda have been broken, and that's a brutal round to stand in Ivy and not expect North to move up with 3 players. Because that is so much map control taken. Ivy, one of the maybe the hardest position to play on the CT side of Train. Very, very important, as we spoke about when it comes to the bomb plants and so on. So that position being taken so quickly, it compromises so many spots where the CTs can stand on the A site, focusing on other areas, so it makes life really, really hard for them. And life is even worse because they've got USPs. North can look to tie the score now. If Panda don't get much more than 6 rounds on their CT side, then they may be in a pretty rough spot. Again, I just think North's experience playing European, North American Counter-Strike versus Panda is going to be one of their biggest assets in this particular matchup, and I think that has shown in some of the ways duels have been taken on the T side so far. It's a nice, brief eco round, Dan.
Yes, yes it is. 9-6, the best possible scoreline, of course, now for Panda to be achieved, but no AWP perhaps unless Tibby picks it up, which he could, but he would sacrifice any grenades, and he will not do that. So no AWP and D for Panda. So perhaps a change of setup could be in store for them. Maybe try to get a little bit more aggressive. North's pace has been difficult to predict, and that's one of the things that is annoying if you want to play aggressively, because playing aggressively is really awesome when the other team's playing really slow. But more about that perhaps later, as we do get a quick shot off there. Some threats shown to Panda from the inner position. As Cadian shoots his ult. And now they're starting to pressure Pop Dog. So no double molly. That's always fun. Kirby walking out Olofmeister. Do they know about this? Because if they don't, that's a huge problem. Oh man, he's going to get a free kill, isn't he? Oh god, this is all going to fall apart. That's a massive pick from Kirby. He can just hold this position now, and his teammates can try to work around it. HZ doing a good job defending Pop Dog, so maybe they can still hold.
Savage is being victimized by North in that IV position from every which way at the moment. And that's been a big problem. He's gone down first in a number of rounds, and again, the stats when Panda have lost the first player have been pretty bad, as they often are in CS in general, but when you're on the CT side, it's really not what you want. The bomb's being collected by main by Cadian. AZ will try to secure the B bomb site. We'll see what Tibby and IIR choose to do. The smoke's gone in connector, and Tibby's making his way there. IIR's pushing Ivy with 35 seconds on the clock, which is going to put him very far away from the B bomb site. Tibby's taken out for free in connector, and now IIR's in a 1 versus 2, but he could be coming from anywhere. CT, connector, or from the Pop Dog position, so there is a chance if he picks the right door, AZ will be looking. See where he chooses to go. He doesn't have a defuse kit. The money's not spectacular. I don't know if there is L1 elsewhere on the B bomb site. AZ, he need not peek again. AZ doesn't need to fight to the death. They're 2 versus 1. The bomb's planted. He needs to defuse it, as in IIR, so there's no need for AZ to give him engagement and make his life easier. He just needs to stand there and hide. IIR knows that as well, that his time's being wasted, so the round at that point is over.
Yep, North, really nice repositioning there right at the end in the 2 versus 2. That's one of the most powerful things you can do as a T side. You know, when you, especially when there's like, you know, a couple picks on the map for you, the CTs suddenly have to sort of make gambles. You can sort of suggest that you're going one way. If you go somewhere else and then get position on them, the round can just be done just like that. Those are some pretty big odds. We haven't actually seen, I think you and I at least, James, anything as big as that so far. 11 to 1. Oh my god. Well, we will see Panda now in a position where they've only got that saved AUG and some pistols to back it up. So North should be able to bully Panda every which way as they intend to do so. Kirby just running straight through the smoke. Not a care in the world. Ooh, he will get taken down, and there's an AK actually. Okay, there might be some opportunity here. Savage rotating around. Oh, there's a 1D. Now it starts to get interesting.
Yeah, Tibby's still towards the B-bomb sites. We've got 3 CTs. AZ's in a flanking position. Savage gets taken down in the same spot. Again, I really feel like there's a weak link here on these defenses. Obviously, there's variance, and this is not really a buy rounds, but opportunity has come and gone in that respect. Tibby inside connector, Bottle on the train itself. With a minute on the clock, North just waiting for a mistake to be made. Now Tibby is alone. Okay, what else can he do? There is a trade frag immediately. So North will lose 3 players. It's an ugly round, but it's a round in the bag, so it doesn't really matter. Last round of the first half. What can we expect from Panda? Savage is on the AWP once more. We'll see what the approach to Ivy is. On that second AWP. So he is sometimes being towards the B bomb site, looking up top. But again, there was almost an opportunity. I didn't feel like it was safe. Maybe he felt the T's were too close. And it will be to be alone towards the B bomb site once again. Savage towards Ivy once more. But this time, Bottle's come with Savage. So it seems they've recognized the issues they've been having over there. And in fact, Bottle's going to make a play towards Ivy. Love to see that. There we go. Just in time. Taken out is Valde. And if he chooses to push, you'll see that no one else is there. Do North respond quickly in return?
And how much do Panda know about North as well? Because Valde often the lurker for North, so if you find him alone somewhere, it's it can be an indication that his entire team is somewhere else, like the opposite part of the map. And they will reinforce the bomb site. Oh my days, that is a completely free frag. Tibby had even time to draw the gun, and look how much that's meant now for Panda. That should have been a kill for North, but now it's turned into a 5 versus 2 for Panda. Now Gade and Cadian have everything to do. Gade gets shot in the face, and now Cadian in a 1 versus 5. And this would be quite the highlight if he could pull it off, but you can see there's just too many man, and he will go down. So actually not too bad. Panda 7 to 8. I have to say, despite North clearly being the better team, there's been a lot of sloppy rounds where there's a lot of variance, and Panda are getting a lot of mileage.
Yeah. But maybe, again, I thought it was important for Panda to start on the CT side. They won the first 4 rounds, which is huge for them. Again, it did look shaky. Ivy was pretty brittle and was broken in a number of rounds. So I think if they didn't have that kind of start, then maybe we see a dominant scoreline in favor of North. So they got a reasonable amount out of that CT side. I don't know what to expect from them on the T side. I don't know if expected unorthodox play is a plus or minus on train. North got shut down pretty handily in that first train that we saw, and maybe they do the same to Panda in this situation, but we'll have to wait for that, because first will come the pistol. If Panda could win this one as well, that would be a fantastic start for them.
Maybe there's something special about Panda's T-side of train. We'll find out shortly. Katie will spot the torrent of players rushing the upper position, and the rotation will start to come in for North. But Panda are they're not committed just yet. They have a single decoy. They don't have a smoke or anything like that. And, you can see that Teddy will happily receive a couple players, but eventually will get taken down. The bomb plant can be secured. No HEs to deny this. Panda are actually not looking too bad to maybe even take this round. The numbers advantage was with them for just a moment. Gade will take down 1. Can he do anything else, though? Tibby is, of course, critically weak in this 3 versus 3. And North have no kit that I can see. I'm not sure if there's one on the ground somewhere, but they need to get their skates on, because that bomb is starting to get closer and closer to detonation. Gade take down another one. Here they go. Oh, Ayaya doing some good damage. Now up to Savage.
How does he play this one? He doesn't have any Kevlar, so he could get cut to ribbons. He's jumping about. There's the headshot, much needed from Panda. Panda they've got good stats on this in the last 3 months. They're about 75%. Again, they are not going to be playing the level of opposition domestically that North will be playing internationally. But it shows that they are familiar enough with the map. And that might sound obvious to say, but if we go to the nuke we saw between Team Spirit and Pain Gaming yesterday, it isn't necessarily. Although this is one of the first two rather than the decider, which is also promising. But basically, they can do work on this map. Will it work against high-level European opposition is the question. Now it's anti-eco territory. North have bought next to nothing. We've got a flashbang on KD, and they've got plans with this stack towards the A bomb site. Now, once they realise that Panda have gone towards B, do they try and hide somewhere? Might be more difficult to do that on a map such as Train. But when you know SMGs are out, you're basically just giving money away to your opponent. Nice kill bonuses with those SMGs. The default plant comes in. The entire... What is with the fakes? We have a few fakes going on. Bottle's not planting the bomb just yet. So maybe Panda are looking to find out where exactly North are. Okay, there is the plant. Longest plant ever. But maybe they just want to position themselves to make loads of money. You can see the SMGs have shut these players down. Kiabi and AZ remain. Got to be careful now. Kiabi's got a Mac 10, so it might be his turn to make some money. He's got nothing to lose at this point.
There you go. Everyone's down. Mac 10's getting the money that they wanted, paying for themselves, and Panda the 9-8s. All right, so North will get the orgs out, and you could imagine that North are going to be brimming with confidence in a round such as this, where they've got good guns. Not maybe this kind of amount of utility that they would like, but they've got good weaponry, and you'd imagine that they can take solace in that. They know they're the better team. They can use that as a point of confidence. But Panda, again, there's not really too much known about Panda for North, so I'm curious. Well, I mean, same situation for us. I'm curious about what kind of approach Panda like. Are they a default heavy team? Are we going to see just lots of set pieces? Are they going to condition their opponents with that and then just kind of like run fakes every so often? That was like the original style of Train, actually, was just you run a couple outside set pieces and then you start faking every so often.
Damn, look at the flex from Savage. The I buy power stickers. God damn. I had a guy try to buy my org recently, but I got super lowballed, so I will not be going anywhere with my one I buy power sticker on it. Got the full 4. Oh no, I've done that before.
Oh no.
I've done that before. We've all been there.
Which smoke was that for?
I'm not sure what his lineup was. There is a smoke towards Ivy. His didn't seem like it was that. But anyway, we'll see later on. They offer a fake towards the A bomb site. They are entertaining. AZ just coming through connector now, and Kiabi and Gade are also on the A bomb site. So you mentioned the fake stand. We saw the fake. Despite that smoke getting messed up, didn't really affect them. Gade and Kiabi are not going to try and 2 versus 4 this. Savage on the hunt. He's moving up Ivy, but he's running, and where Gade is, he would have actually Savage stopped running on my radar. Gade would have heard him. So you need to be aware of those kind of sound cues on maps like Train. Also, Overpass is a similar one between Connector and the path to B. But yeah, sorry.
I was just to say that it's cool that because there's 2 ways you can do it. Like I suggested, like one way where you just run, you don't use a fake, but you run a set piece that can be used as a fake later. And that's like one way you can do it. But also there is what they just did, which you don't see as commonly, which is just, yeah, we're just going to fake. First time we run the smokes outside, we're going to fake. And that's kind of cool because, again, North don't have any data about Panda, so they have to give them the benefit of the doubt and just say, okay, well, we just got to assume that that's going to be an outside play and just shut that down.
Yeah, you're probably going to lean towards a simplistic play from them as opposed to something more complicated, i.e. a fake. So that's a great start from Panda to start off with a fake. Look at this aggression from North. They have 1 rifle. They've got some dangerous pistols and so on. If they can create anarchy, then they could thrive in a situation such as that. Yeah, eats a flashbang. I don't know if he heard Valde run past him because his sound would have been cut because he ate the flash. And that could have a part to play in this. If they think no one's in Top Dog and he suddenly appears, then maybe something happens. Caden and Gade moving to CT spawn. AZ and Valde still in Pop, and II is upper B. So this could get super weird. Bottle is keeping an eye on the Pop Dog position. And Savage might hear Valde running towards A main. Now II makes his way towards Connector. 5 versus 3. I think at this point, Caden wants to try and hold on to this org. He's carrying a lot of money. The CZ armor, you could choose to save up Kevlar or just try like somewhere in between where you're essentially going for exit kills. Savage doesn't want to drop this gun.
It was pretty cool, actually, the way Panda ran this round because one thing I think that I should be able to say with relative confidence that it's an accurate statement is that the way that they moved 4 through hell. That's kind of an unusual way to kind of move through the A-bomb site in an anti-eco scenario. And that's kind of cool because we saw that the variance of that flank play coming in from Valde, it couldn't really have any impact because the entire team pretty much was sticking together in a trade formation with trade-based spacing between the players. And so due to that, they reduced some of the variance of someone picking up an AK in your flank and then, you having to rush yourselves onto a bomb plant and all of that. Completely avoided that. So that was kind of cool. Seeing some new stuff, some new flavor here from Panda. Let's see if they can keep the success, because now the AWP's in play. Surely this is where the real Counter-Strike is going to start in the second half.
North have not won a round in the second half yet. But it's only been 4, as you said. We're just getting started now. Cadian looking towards Olaf from the IB position. Kirby's up close. I like the double peek we saw from Panda. Ooh, the combination, that's very interesting. And Savage gets taken out for free. He's the man normally lurking towards that B bomb site. An instant reaction from Panda. That's a beautiful flashbang. Very timely for Panda. Valde pulling his knife up to try and escape. Can he get past the old position? He can, just in time. H said, buy the smoke already. This could be very expensive for North. If there a resmoke for Connector, that would be perfect for Panda. H said, trying to avoid the grenades. He's got to smoke himself, but they might hear him deploy it. Look at the damage being done to 2 of these North players. This could really turn around. He doesn't drop this new smoke, H said, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 4. Bottle's in a lot of trouble. There are 2 CTs to find her. Even if he gets the first one, will he find a second? He won't find either of them. It's Ayaya with the AWP versus 3. There's not enough frags for Panda on the post plant. And North survive with 3. Unless somebody gets team knifed.
That round, oh wow. There was huge potential for Panda there. There were like so many strong spots for them. You're completely right. Like it comes down to a lot of marginal situations in the end. But yeah, you wonder about the smoke that could have been offered up by HZ onto the connector position. But as you rightly said, do you want to give away your position? And how do you manage that? Pretty awesome. That shows promise because. Sure, it's at B play, and in that sense, you're able to pull the AWP out of position, and you're able to smoke them off so that, Cadian in this example can't have much impact. But as I say that, because I'm worried about Panda and how they can deal with the AWPs in North, Ace has picked one up as well, and Kirby keeps going aggressive. I like this from Kirby. He's taking a lot of damage from that Molotov. He does do the damage straight back to Savage. Ooh, that was close. But Kirby, I think North understand that they should be flexing on Panda here. They are the better team, better mechanical players and all of the rest of it, so they should be using that to their advantage, and that's a play that really suggests that that's how they think about it.
Kirby leaves the smoke all the way. Oh, never mind that. There's a push into the B bomb site. There are 2 players here, Valde and Cadian. There goes the first one. Will they check oil, though? They will, and Cadian gets wiped out. And it's an instant save from North. They're halfway through connector, and they turn around. I was about to say that North had given themselves an extra man, because after that push from Kirby down Ivy, he left a deep smoke there and rotated all the way back towards the middle of the A site. I do wonder if that will be a focus for North, smelling some weakness in around the Ivy position on both sides. They'll try to focus on aggressive takes there and force Panda elsewhere. Of course, it is an important area to take for Ts and to hold for CTs.
I like the action reaction from Panda. They receive the push from Kirby. They're like, okay, guys, there could be 2 Ivy, maybe a supporting player in Kirby. Obviously, we saw it's a solo play, but that actually does mean that potentially the 2 players really far away from B. If you have players in position around B, perfect opportunity to just hammer into it, because the rotation will be too slow, and the players on the B side for North, if they don't get any kills immediately, what they have to do is wait. They've got to wait for their teammates to come, so you get all this time to set up, so it becomes a very favorable round. So that's really cool. Action reaction, Pandas, they got their head in the game, James. That's what we want to see. They're 12-9 up. They're up against another buy round from North, but they've proven to us with some B takes that they can win these rounds. But we haven't seen them win those all-out messy battles on the A-bomb side just yet.
Yeah, I am wondering if, as you said, that it's like quick maths and then decisive movements, probably 2 or more towards B. So let's make the A rather towards Ivy specifically. So let's make the play towards B. It got there in the end, and Cadian will get there for Bottle. Only spots 1 player towards the B bomb site. Gate will rotate just in case, though. Actually, Valde will do so. Right, so there's a complete and utter rotation. Cadian watches the low area. Valde's close. But Panda will focus on A for the time being to be taken out. Not through any choke points just yet, Panda. The solid executes have worked towards B, but now they've only got 3 players left. Savage throwing some grenades in towards that A site, trying to make his way through. He's been spotted, and he won't have any joy either. Now Savage is the only man remaining. running towards the B area. Don't know if anybody could hear him just yet. Valde in a forward position, trying to get an early spot. What does Savage choose to do? $2,700 in the bank. And he's going to die as well. Perfect round for North. Panda had a similar situation on their first half, and now it's North's turn to enjoy the spoils.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Panda. I think really what happened is they tunnel visioned heavily onto AZ and PopDog. They got the HE on him, they got the Molotov damage, and they wanted Tibby to just come through team main, swing out and punish AZ as he was forced back by the molly. But obviously, you're going to cross through some angles the CTs are holding there, and Gade was on that angle, just absolutely demolished Tibby. And from there, I think Panda were like, well, we're down to 3 players. Let's just keep trying to like frag out and see if we can do it. Not happening against North. That's not going to be a reliable way to play against them. And speaking of which, and finding reliable ways to play against them, B has often been a point of success for Panda, and they're trying to take these B positions again. We get the same movements here from HZs, trying to take away PopDog. Kirby very close here, just shouldering the angle. They really want to waste as much time for Panda as possible. And look at this, 3 players on the B bomb side. North are already fearing the explosion plays towards that B bomb side that Panda have offered up in many rounds. But instead, Panda are going to throw a bunch of nades into A. Now, I would be really curious to know if they would try to fake this. I don't think that they will, just because of the positioning of the nades, but they do need to deal with AZ, though. If they go and execute on A and the AZ just gets to sit in PopDog, that's going to be devastating for Panda. Well, there you go. That's a solution.
Instantly causing a rotation from Gade towards Connector, dropping a smoke just in case towards B. That's a big headshot from Tibby. Their turn to get revenge, Panda. Again, we've got that CT smoke that allows them to rotate in through Connector, gives themselves some cover. Speaking of cover, we have a smoke grenade in PopDog. Cadian looking for something over the smoke, not finding anything just yet. The barrel of his gun is poking out quite a lot, so if that PopDog player is looking towards Connector, he'll see something. We can see Valde on the flank towards the main position, but that bomb is ticking. 2 of the 3 players have got the fuse kits. Cadian with a tag, but not a frag. And they need to find a way through this choke point, North.
They've only got 2 flashbangs, though, so I don't know how they'll do it. They'll have to just try to run the gauntlet here, just go straight through and see if they can hit some headshots, not knowing specifically where these players are. HZ will eliminate Valde on the back. Gade out of the picture as well, and this is really cool. This is a really good round from Panda. And one of the reasons why is because they have absolutely conditioned North to fearing the B explosions. Because there's been a couple times where North have been caught off guard by that. We can see it by the fact that North, what do they do in the mid-round? They rotate an extra player to B. They've got 3 players on B in the mid-round. And it was really interesting to see how that conditioning has worked out, and Panda go for the A hit instead. After showing in a previous round that those nades coming into the A bomb site, they offered up a fake into B because B seems to be their preference. But no, it was actually an A hit, and they got the pick onto AZ. The positioning for North wasn't quite perfect to deal with that because they were already kind of wanting to have positions that could help them rotate towards B. So really, really cool. Panda 13-10, and they're actually showing us, James, that they can take these rounds in a legit way against North so far. And North's got to be sweating a little bit by this point.
I wonder if North will get hungrier for the early picks, plays towards main. The Ivy one has had success for them. They can't go to that well every single time, or maybe they can. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some plays towards the main area. Make Panda uncomfortable. Take the plan A away and see how strong the plan B is. And that's a great start. The early pick we're talking about, Savage, is going to be the one to take the L again. Looking for an aggressive play of his own. Arcadian makes his way towards the B bomb site. So this is a kind of 4 versus 5. I think aggressive map control is also a plus for North, but they've done enough so far already.
Can Panda show us a way to recover in a 4v5 on train? It's actually very difficult, especially against the likes of a team as skilled as North. And North at this point, they can't take anything for granted. They just got to play a just generally safe setup because Panda have shown that they are able to do anything at this point. They love those B explosions, but sometimes they fake. Sometimes they don't. It's hard to read, so you just got to play it safe. Play a bog standard 5 versus 4. That's a ridiculously strong HE grenade, taking about 100 damage across 2 players, and they're going to go forwards into B. They get 2 instant picks, James. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, Valde, I think he was trying to catch the players off guard while they were throwing their execute into the B bomb site. So he was starting to move up the ramp, but they were already ready, Panda. And I think Tibby came up top to pick off Cadian as well. So again, North outmaneuvered, having to hold on to what they have.
James, those 11-1 odds for Panda to win the win train.
I am telling you, man.
Oh my god.
GG Bet, they've been on the vodka in that odds room. There's money to be made.
I wonder where the odds are at now. I guess we'll see it at some point. But
abort.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting. Again, these scenarios with the Asian teams versus the European teams create some very interesting spots where you don't know what to expect. Like when everything goes quiet for Panda, you don't really have any idea where they might be going. But props to Panda, they lost Savage early and still managed to overcome things. That didn't quite happen so much on the CT side. But on the T side, maybe it's, well, I guess it's easier rather. I'm tongue-tied this morning. Easier to bring things back than having a big hole in your defense because you're the ones on the attack. But again, North made one of the rarer plays, trying to catch people off guard with the grenades and so on, but Panda were ready. They don't really have many rounds left to take risks like that because Panda are just 2 rounds away from the first map of this series, and if I remember correctly, this was the pick of North. Indeed it was. Panda picked Dust 2.
Oof. Asian teams on Dust 2, James. We've seen it before. Kailu most famously doing some damage, finding ways to do damage on that map. So we know that it could be an interesting pick for sure. Cadian's close to this AWP, and North, they've got to be beginning to get a little bit worried here because they can't really afford to make a mistake now. There's no buffer. There's no room for errors, and Cadian's close. If he misses this shot, which he shouldn't, if they walk, I mean, they should be walking into the angle in this area. So that should be. Oh, there it is. He just gets it onto Bottle as he peeks, as he strafes across, and that is the 5 versus 4. 50 seconds to go. Panda got to find a way to recover, and Tibby, he's just going to go out there. If he gets this headshot, if he kills Gade, that's massive. There's a way in now.
Players around the bomb train. Panda have so many grenades. As the smoke drops on Ivy, but AZ from around the bomb train will take Tibby out. Now we've got Savage and Ayaya. They're just in the A main choke point. They've got to go through it though. HZ with a frag around a pop dog position. We've got 28 seconds in this 2 versus 3, and they're still just creeping in and out of the choke point area. Ayaya making his way towards that E-box position, punishing AZ for the repeat. He was waiting for that. 18 seconds. We've still got to play around Ivy for North, who's just waiting to stop a bomb plant. They can be heard now. What does Cadian do? So many risks. One mistake from North and it's curtains. Kiabi outpositions Ayaya and it's left down to HZ now. He's got the wrong angle, but he will get the kill. Jump peek doesn't know where Cadian is on the USP. He knows HZ is low. He's made some footsteps now, and there's the AK straight in the face, and it's game point for Panda.
He's got 3 HP, James. He's got 3 HP. Cadian had to rush him. He had no kit. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is a possibility. There's going to be a lot of salty people, but a lot of people who just love to watch the world burn, James.
Salty people,
will be enjoying this a lot.
Mr. Jacob Winnicott is probably going to have a lot to say.
Well, he said he would if they lose this series, then he won't reappear on the desk in the rest of this event. So we'll have to tackle that when it's if that actually does happen and materializes. Cadian with the AWP hits the shot into Bottle. They wanted the fast pace. It looked like they were actually gearing up to just run into the B bomb site, which would have been very scary. But North, they have forward positions. They respond well to this. They've got, again, AZ in the pop dog area. They've got support for him and Gade by E-Box. This is a setup they've been going to repeatedly. And Kirby's in a pretty aggressive position. They've completely given up control around Ivy. And this is the perfect world. If you don't have to have anyone on Ivy, you don't want to, because that way you can have this triangle of doom, as you see in the front of the A yard, which is much more favorable to be able to play with each other, as opposed to having one guy separated at range. But they're going Ivy, James. This is actually perfect.
Panda trivia. There's actually a big panda sanctuary in Chengdu. So if you're a fan of spicy food and pandas, then grab yourself a visa and make your way to Chengdu. But here in Shanghai, Panda Gaming are on the cusp of a 1-0 start versus North on train. Very unlikely. GG Bet will be sweating if anybody put money down on those crazy odds. 33 seconds, and Panda will have a stronghold towards Ivy, or will they? The bomb's being dropped. They can call the rotation now. Kiabi with 2 kills. Where's the third player? Savage doing work in the meantime. He can't hold the angle for too long. Or can he? Oh, the timing doesn't work out for Ayaya. And now he's alone. 1 versus 4. Unbeknownst to him, there is a chance to plant the bomb, but Cadian's going to take that away. Shot in the back. And North are 4 rounds behind. But Panda, they have another buy on the card, so the pressure will remain for North.
Yeah, that round, that was like going Ivy, I think is a smart choice. I think they read the map well. It's just, understanding the approach. It's difficult to know how to take the fights. And do you get the AWP? Like, do you get the AWPer and do you just, get him to try to pre-aim towards pop dog? Like, how do you predict where the CTs are playing? At that point, maybe they were worried about a player close on Ivy, which is, a legitimate concern. But yep, that's just how it rolls sometimes. And we've got 4 more rounds for North to get before an overtime is possible. Panda have positioned themselves in a way, they're positioned to win this map still. I just can't believe it, honestly. It is exciting times, exciting stuff for Panda at least. Tibby's got to be careful here. Can he retake this position? There's 2 players potentially that could be a problem for him. He's going to go back actually. He
knows the angles. This is the common spot where you won't see the CTs go beyond this area for a long time, and that's the common spot on the T side where you make no assumptions and you don't go beyond that spot for free either. So far so good. There was a double peak, but Kiabi's looking towards Ivy now. So how do they engage this position? You saw him. I imagine he's probably saying there's probably a CT there. Look at the aggression. And this is what I was talking about a few rounds ago. I was saying that North probably needs to get aggressive towards A main and take the game away from Panda, because especially when you don't have so much experience versus the upper echelons of Counter-Strike at the moment, how you deal with situations like this is going to be quite telling. Take their plan A away, put them in a plan B position, creeping around the smoke, and Gade gets taken out. Didn't need to do that really with so much time on the clock. Probably thought no one was there going for the flank, but that's a big play from AZ. He's taken the bomb, and that's got to be the round.
Oof, not just yet. Something to say about it for Ayaya with that AWP. Takes down Kirby. Down to 2 though. Ooh, that's not a bad shot. And they can reclaim the bomb now. That's massive. They could even potentially run towards inner, but they have to run all the way with the bomb. There's no time to hang out. He's hanging out, James. There's no time for that.
Oh,
and it's going to be a 1 versus 1 on the B bomb site. Savage has to immediately cap Valde, but Valde can just wait for him to plant the bomb. He's got no time to even search and destroy here. And there it is. Oh, there's opportunities there. And Gade gave them an opportunity. He didn't have to. He could have done a short resmoke. He didn't have to.
Why didn't he just wait for the smoke to pop?
Also
why did he jump off before the smoke went off?
No, the smoke did pop, but what happened was he threw it too deep, way too deep.
No, but he jumped before it popped because the guys just saw him jumping and shot him from main. He just jumped past and got shot.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the first frag.
Okay.
Team main brigade, yeah.
Okay.
Different frags.
Yeah. Well, that was...
But 2 opportunities, though.
I don't know, man. Like, if they'd lost the map like that, just that the catalogue of errors was terrifying. It
was scary. It was really scary. Oh, my God. It's still obviously a solid opportunity here for Panda to get back into this. They'll still get a buy-in in the next round. So a moment to breathe for North to collect themselves to just get this overtime in the books. They really need to do that. Gade will take down Nature. That's the Deagle out of play, so not too much to worry about now in terms of weaponry. And I can't lie, James. I kind of want to see Panda win, just because it would just to witness that would be so interesting.
If they had won on that previous round, that would have been quite something. But only 2 rounds away now. Only 2 rounds away, North. So I think there's a world where the best chances for Panda to win this map have come and gone, and maybe the underdog story doesn't get better from here. They don't have any AWP on the T site. That might not be a bad thing. Gives them more freedom to play a faster round. Especially, so the smoke on main. I'm back in the room now. Yeah,
just 2 rounds later.
Yeah, creeping round of that, but then jumping the one in main as well. Just, oh my God, in Pop Dog rather. Okay, that was, he didn't get to really pull the trigger too much. Gade redeeming himself.
Big damage.
Aggression towards that A main position. And that will slow down the round completely.
The problem is for Panda is that they need to get a bomb down in this round to have anything really to offer up in the following round. So now just down to 4 players. If you want to find a way to guarantee a bomb plant to have a good solid shot in your following round, which I think should be one of your objectives, then you've got to group up and try to hit B, I think. I think it's really the best shot. That's a painful shot to receive for Bottle. Now down to 3 players. Tibby is so weak. And I don't think a bomb plant is on the cards now. So they're going to be screwed on money in their following rounds. But you never know. Sometimes those are the ones that you win. A sudden change of pace with pistols, a carefree play style, and it can make the difference and catch the CTs off guard. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, it's just getting those initial picks from main. If they try to execute into the A bomb site, it's going to be difficult. We might have to have somebody drop a weapon for someone else. And I don't think Tibby should.
Yeah, he should definitely save.
He needs to hold on to this AK-47 for sure. He needs to find a good place to hide.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that North aren't sending at least 1 or 2 people to try to kill him, because
yeah, they can all fall by apart from KD in next round.
Yeah.
So they are doing that now, but they're all going in all the wrong places. Unfortunately, why do you keep doing that? That's so weird. Whose idea was that? I don't know. Let's do this.
So
That's madness.
Someone's gotten carried away with the super zooms.
Right, are they going to drop a weapon? No, they're going to go for Galils instead. So it is going to be quite the battle. Panda going for guns, not grenades.
They need grenades, man. We've got Savage with some nades, but no Molotovs. What are you calling this round? You got no nades.
1 smoke on train.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, so if you have weaponry like this, are you going to expect to find picks with them? Probably not. So if you don't get picks, what is the other way to get into position? Grenades. Or just running in. Oh, God, Gage just mows him down. It's horrible to witness. Savage. It is very, very painful for Panda, James. They came so close, but I feel like they didn't give themselves a good chance in that round to really do too much. Just trying to run in and just pray for the best. Yeah. And against North, that's a situation they're going to have under full control, especially Gage, mechanically very good, and we're going to see the overtime secured. But it's a bittersweet overtime, James, because the fact that North themselves had to fight back so much to stop Panda from winning in regulation, and all the best that they can get is in overtime, that should be bittersweet for them, because they should be able to do this in regulation. But we'll see how this goes in overtime. It's going to be 16K, I believe, here, so 16K MR3, so an infinite amount of money, effectively, for the purposes of the overtime. And I don't know what to expect from Panda here. They're going to have full nades every round on their team side. What are we going to see?
Yeah, we could see those aggressive, successful plays out of A main again. I do wonder if North will have the aggression towards A main again themselves. That has been successful when they haven't pushed too far around the corner of a smoke. But they will await their opponent very quickly into Pop Dog, our Panda. You can see North have changed it. They're being less predictable. Well, they're trying not to be predictable. So rather than go for that aggression, they will just reset and have passive angles in all directions beyond Cadian holding an angle on lower ramp. And I do wonder if there is... I think with the positions Cadian's taking, it's hard to trade the positions that he's playing. But I do wonder if they can clear out upper B. One thing we haven't seen too much is Panda clearing out the upper B area and then choosing to do whatever. They're just kind of leaving it and slowly eking their way forward. And that is allowing North to have 4 players towards B, towards A, more often than not. So an adjustment there from Panda might be a key to winning some rounds here. But they're executing into the A-bomb sites again. They've got mollies towards the bomb train itself and HE's towards connector. This is going to be a big frag that Gade will deliver. Plenty of time to plant the bomb. They need to start getting some frags now, Panda. Savage is taking Kiabi out. We've got AZ up in the high ground again. New positions for North. Not always successful, though.
Yeah, okay. Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead for North. That's a beautiful response so far from Panda. First round of overtime T side. They were struggling for a while, but now it's always the way, isn't it? You're struggling for that T rounds, and it's the first round of overtime. Potentially, unless Cadian can do something remarkable here. He's got the AWP. That's not what he wanted, though, so that might stifle his opportunities here. He'll push in front of the smoke, and he's probably thinking about the save right now, surely. I mean, it is...
Well, there's no save. There is no save.
Yeah, I mean, well, he is an AWPer at least, so he's going to be spending a lot of money. So maybe he wants to keep hold of that, actually. He's like the one guy that might actually want to keep hold of what he has. There you go. Nice shot there. Bottle in the position, an off angle, and that will be enough to deal with Cadian. 1 HP, no problem. So, 16 to 15, Panda. They're still getting it done here on in the overtime, showing that they can win these T rounds, these heads-up buy rounds against North. But can they do it again? I feel like they really need to get... I don't know, James, really how to read this game at this point, because the expectation for North is so high, and Panda is such an unknown quantity that the mixture of those two things makes for an unpredictable game here.
Yeah, again, we've got Cadian going for Old Faithful, the aggression towards the B-bomb site, which hasn't been contested too much. He has Valde with him on this occasion, so just the 3 plays towards A, but North are making up for that by having Gade quickly in the A main position. You can see Tibi's expectant. I don't know if that hit, if it collided with Gade. If it did, then they know someone's there. It's still difficult to deal with. It's still Gade of a superior angle. You could throw a pop flash from the dumpster to try and deal with that position. We'll see how that plays out. A minute 15, and Cadian starts to rotate away from the B bomb site, leaving Valde there. Savage making his way towards Ivy. The bomb moving, I think, towards the pop dog area with Bottle and HZ. Doesn't look like AZ wants to fight to a death. He just wants to spot, see when people are in his position. He's got a molly and a smoke grenade, so he can just drop those if he sees people fall over. Fall down, rather.
Fall over, down ladder.
Yeah, either or.
So we'll get the Panda side slowly moving towards B now. Looks like they just want to go for it. They've got Savage. I think he just threw maybe a smoke into connector or something. I'm not sure. He threw some kind of a smoke on the A side, but it's Cadian with the flick there. And also, not just that, but he gets the information that Panda are going for this A/B bomb site. The rotations through connector, that usually spells death and destruction for the T's. Well, if that didn't, Valde absolutely will. A beautiful trio of kills found by him. They can't deal with this defense whatsoever this round. Ayaya with another opportunity for a frag, but Valde stays alive. He's dodging all the bullets. Flashbangs in, and that'll be the quad kill for him. 16-16, North answer back. Maybe I can't, though.
Yeah, I do wonder if maybe Panda telegraphed themselves. As soon as that first frag came in from Cadian, there was a 2-man rotation to make it 4 on the B bomb site for North. Seems Panda was stuck in a choke point. They knew Cadian would probably be watching the cross to the bomb site and didn't really have a way to deal with it. And Valde, a second kill is really nice from him. 5 versus 2. Most rounds are over by that point. After that, it's all a formality. It's all stats, because everybody can buy in the next round anyway. So once again, Cadian over towards the B bomb site. HZ, though, is there early this time. And Cadian's going to get taken down. That's what they're looking for. Now they know there's got to be a hole there. Can they pull rotation? Are they brave enough to rotate into B? North are still static. Valde moving towards connector. So Panda not overplaying their hand. But finally, they punish that aggression from Cadian towards B bomb site. He's been afforded that liberty in too many rounds.
Oh, this HE has done so much damage in the past. It will not find anyone this time, though. And throwing HEs like that, it's all about reading the pacing of your opponent. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. And this time, Valde did not. They'll flash straight through the ramp. Valde is there alone. They didn't really expect this. This explosion onto the B-bomb site is caught. It caught North a couple times in regulation, and here we find it once again really proving successful for Panda, but they have to hold. 5 versus 3. Last round of the first half of overtime, and it's not over for North just yet here. They can absolutely offer a retake.
Ayaya's got a smoke, but he's holding his angle with the AWP. Hatred wasn't it connector. Could have done with that smoke grenade. We've got Savage on the flank, however. So 4 versus 2. It's looking good for the time being with Panda. There's a kill for Ayaya, leaving Gade alone. Does he go for some kind of ninja? It would be really weird on the last round of overtime to get a ninja. He's been spotted, though, so no ninja attempt to be had. Second kill, but that's a wrap. Panda take a 1-round lead into the second half, where 16K will be given to everybody again.
Oh my god, there's a chance, man. There is a chance. There's a world. There's a dimension.
There's a world, there's a way.
It's not an alternate reality. It could be this reality, James, that Panda can still win this first map. And that's the thing, like, even if they don't win the series against North, to show such a close game against them, especially on a map like Train, I would never have expected that. Specifically because Train is a pretty technical map, honestly. It's not like there are some maps, I mean, all maps can be technical, but to play Train at a high level, the very fundamentals of it require a technical understanding of the map. Whereas on a Dust 2 or a Mirage, you can get away with playing a more simple game or like kind of coin flippy type of game, which is more reliant on individual ability and so on. But we're going to see a fast round from North to kick things off, and it's going to kick things off fairly well. HZ takes one to the face. 5 versus 4 for North.
Again, you've got Bottle with Savage towards the Ivy position, which was an issue in the regulation CT side for Panda. Savage out in the open, down to 1 HP, still alive somehow. There's plenty of time here for North to try and thin the numbers on this A bomb site. There's the bomb spotted. Timmy's got to be careful. I think he's been spotted by somebody in their E-box, but he drops off the bomb train. Some nice spray from him, leaves AZ on 12 HP. And I could have a hero HE grenade somewhere. He's been taken out though, and so is Savage, so is Bottle. That leaves Tibby alone in a 1 versus 4. Again, this could escalate quickly because so many players are low, but it won't be. Rings the bell of Kiabi, but it's not enough. He's not close enough. And it's 17-17. First to 19 to take it.
Yeah, I like that North just started off with a real fast pace there, just making sure that Panda know that that's a possibility. And because of that, I'm curious if Panda will play a bit more defensively. Sometimes you'll see a T-side run really fast pace like over and over again to, you know, it can be predictable, but you want to stop it just at the point when your enemy starts to be predictable, to predict it and throw the nades and so on. Then you slow things down, but Pop Dog's open to you really safely because they don't want to rush in because it's not safe oftentimes. But I'll have to hold that thought because we have another aggression coming in here from North. Looks like they want to burst B.
Meat shots.
That is a nice shot there.
Shrapnel.
Talk about pacing later.
Grenade in the face. The poison apple. The poison chalice. Don't drink from the poison chalice, Dan.
Why not?
Too much sugar. Minute 20 for North. Valde starts to make his way towards the IV position. Maybe looking to cause some kind of over-rotation if he can pick Savage off in that position. Again, Bottle is still here for help. And I think there was a grenade just thrown there. Maybe a flashbang or something. Oh, it's a molly. So Savage will move elsewhere. HZ may have some action. There are a lot of players around this Pop Dog position. A minute on the clock. 3-2 setup for Panda Gaming. What is the ultimate plan? Cadian's keeping the B players honest. Savage is in the middle of A. Oh, the flashbang is perfect. And HZ gets taken out. He sees nothing. He has no idea how many people are in there. A smoke towards the Pop Dog position. 35 seconds on the clock. Cadian moving forward towards B, but it seems they're rotating towards A main. But Savage is close enough to main. He should hear all this rotation. And Cadian's trying to sell a fake towards the B bomb site, but they heard the players running towards A, but Bottle's rotating towards B. Savage towards A. There's a nice flick from him. 20 seconds to get to the bomb site, and they're still in the choke point. Savage with a new angle going through the Molotov. And they're just stuck. They're just not moving. They're static. They're going for elimination. Bottle on the site. He's going to get flanked by Valde, and he's the last man standing now, and it will just about get fragged. That was really tight, Dan.
That was super close. That could have been a real big problem for North. But here it is, one more round, and they're good to go. They've taken map 1. They've avoided a very embarrassing situation. Not to say anything about Panda, but you know, we all know why that would be an embarrassing situation for North. They're supposed to be more than this. They're a tried and tested team. And well, tried and tested, they're very high salaried and the expectations are high. Let's see if they can finish it off, James. We've got Panda looking to defend here. North already with players out there on the A yard as we see HZ with a forward position. Oh, can't quite find Gade though. Gade will get tagged down a little bit more there. Quite weak. A couple players here from North, but Valde finding his way around Ivy position for a quick double, and that should surely spell doom here for Panda. And they are being picked apart now. Just Ayaya with an AWP. Not an ideal weapon for such a scenario. I don't know what is ideal for such a scenario, but it certainly looks bad for them.
Ivy has been the undoing of Panda again. And I think this one might be the end. What does Ayaya do? He spots the legs. Now they know where he is, up the ladder, and that will be a wrap. So, North avoid embarrassment, just about on train. You can see the sigh of relief there from Cadian. That's a big exhale. That was a lot more difficult than we expected it to be. But props to Panda Gaming for taking North to the edge. I really feel like there were at least 1 or 2 points where Panda should have won it in normal time. Yeah. So I think it was an opportunity lost by them. But it does, I mean, that was the pick of North. It would have been a huge way to start the series, but it wasn't to be. Now, I think there's lots they can take away from that as they move into the second map of this series. But I don't know. Do we focus on a great performance by Panda or a questionable performance by North?
I think we focus on Panda a bit. I mean, for me at least, because we know that North are just struggling. They're in the 0-2 pool for a reason.
Yep.
I mean, obviously they lost against NRG and IP, both great teams, but North should be. In theory, we kind of expect them to be able to compete / be a bit above those teams every so often. Maybe not NRG, but it's a close one. But Panda, I think they did it. As I said, they showed us they can play a technical map. And moving into Dust 2, a map that they have chosen, that only makes me think, hang on, what else do they have to show? Because it's very opposite. Train and Dust 2 are very different maps. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have to offer and which other ways they can make North sweat.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy, and there's more madness to come. But first, we will be going to the desk after this break.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.